Good, thanks. How are you? Well, I must say, before we get any further, we have to cheers the great man himself. Cheers, Sir Rudy. There he is. Good-looking man he is. More hair than I have, I think. It's good to have adrenochrome, all that nice early in the morning. Oh, well, what are we all up to today? Thank you for all those people who joined in yesterday to the stream when I was at the beach. Got to work the stuff out there, hey. I'm wondering what's going to happen with the way the internet is working. On my camera, it was all very smooth and everything. It looked fantastic on my side. But then when I went back to watch the stream, it was all jumpy. It was all horrible. I apologise again, but it seemed to be okay when I was standing stable. So, look, hey, we'll just keep testing the IRLs. And if one day it just seems to work, it will seem to work. Oh, we got some rant. We got a big rant of the day here today, so we need to get into the rant. We're going to put the StreamYards on for people who want to chat with me about any of the stories that we have. And, of course, we've got some one-jobs, memes, and plenty of videos that we will be showing. And they will be keeping me going, I think, until the end of 2035. That's how many videos I've got, good people. Before we get any further, we better check out where the weather, what the weather is doing. Because if the weather's not doing any good, then we can't go any further. So let's check out what the weather is like. Monday, the 30th of January. Today is a great day. We'll see why. 25 degrees here in where I'm sitting. And we're going to Tobolsk. So let's have a look at where this wonderful place of Tobolsk is. Tobolsk is somewhere in Russia. And here we are in Russia. So if you can, well, not in Russia, but you can see that is Australia. And we're going to be heading a little bit north into the wonderful township of Tobolsk. We might see if our little man can get in further in here and see what we're going to be witnessing. One of the coldest places on earth, apparently this one is. Tobolsk in the Kremlin. Kreml. Oh, there's a photo opportunity there. Let's go. Where will we go? Tobol? Tobol, is that a bed and breakfast or something? What's that? Tobol, it's a racetrack. Oh, okay. We're going to get even further. And I reckon we'll just pick somewhere in amongst here. So let's get little man. Oh, here we go. Into there. Little man. Why can't you get in there, little man? It says little man can get in. It's blue. All right, I'll go a little further. Little man. There. Beautiful. There we go, little man. There we go, little yellow man. Little orange man. Oh, that looks nice. People, if you're going to be going to Tobolsk one day, that's where you'll be heading. Come on, council, clean your yard up. Well, that's a big circle, isn't it? Maybe we should follow the path and see where it takes us. Man, that's not too good. Imagine the Google truck going through there. That's what I want, people. Far and away places. Somewhere where Google is not going to be taking us. We could follow all that down there. There's your... I've got to hide my car from the police. That's what it's like. So, people, that was Tobolsk. That's all we got. I've got nowhere else to go. So, behave yourself because we're not going to go there ever again. Because that's what we do. So, I think there's only one reason that you're here. And the only reason that you're here is because you want to know who... Before I do that, I had a comment. My ADD's just kicked in. I had a comment, so we might go to the comments first because there are a couple of good comments and we need to see why the comments are there. Daffodil says, gee man, maybe next time you set your quality a bit lower so at least it keeps flowing instead of jumpy. Good point. So rather than setting it at, I can't get 1080p through StreamYards, I can get 720 is what I've got my StreamYards set at, but maybe I'll go down to what, 480 or 420? I might lower the quality. Good point. I might do that. But that's not my job. That's a producer's job. The producer should have done that. He should have noticed and gone, I think I might have to sack my producer. He's useless. And then I get this. Shawanda says, G-Man needs a pedicure. That was a pedicure. I had talons before that. It's lovely have you. Did you just foot shame me? Body positivity. I have nice foots, if you don't mind. And then I got this. Where in the world is Gerald Porschman? He said, so he sent this to me, this good man here. I don't check YouTube that much anymore because it's censoring what I see, but what I want to see. But I haven't seen And I haven't seen notifications from your channel. I haven't seen any notifications from your channel. Maybe because you can't spell. I still get Mark Dice, Russell Brand, and Cart Narks Epic, but you're not there. Did you move to another medium? So, no, I didn't. And hopefully you are watching today because I sent a message back and said every day, 9 o'clock Australian Eastern, Queensland time. That's where I am. So no one's getting my streams. It doesn't matter. It's not that important. And then I got this, Bongo, who says, your who was first animation irritates my OCD as the words are not centered. We will be having a look at my who was first and seeing if they are centered. And then what I'll do is for tomorrow, just for Bongo, I'm going to be centering it because I need to fix OCDs. I have ADHD. You have OCD. We need to fix that. Don't forget, people, today is the day I'm going to be so absolutely annihilated tonight when I'll be watching the new season of Married at First Sight. It's going to premiere tonight, Monday, tonight, our time, today, Channel 9. Channel 9's not doing too well. We're going to see why Channel 9 and 9 Now aren't doing too well. And if you haven't done this as much, go out to a puppy, like a rescue centre, and go and rescue yourself. I think this is Chef's new dog. After watching it from the dog beach, he sent me a message and said, I've just rescued another new beautiful dog. And there he is. Chef's got a brand new dog in amongst all the other ones that he's got. Oh, nice rugs, mate. Beautiful. Nice flooring. That's good. Nice house. Beautiful. If you haven't done so as yet, you need to go into Waffles and Whisky. Everyone is allowed on there, even the trolls. If you haven't been on the page and you are a page subscriber, get onto the page and you would have seen I put a post up there about a troll that I have who I found out years ago I didn't know this, but I found out that this woman who's living in the UK in the Yorkshire area or up in York, in the Yorkshire area, she's a school teacher and her son is a pedophile. And so that is why I denounced her. I said, you're out. Get out of my fucking life. I don't need to know you. Fuck off. And then she changed her profile. She came on. I worked out who it was. And I said, no. Her husband also was a pedo. Her son is a pedo. And her second son is gay. Sorry. So that's what happens. And then she changed it. And then she wrote me some message saying, hey, I find you really attractive. Tried to stitch me up, but all good. Hey, it's all good. They try hard. They do. But when your son is one of those types and your son needs the wood chipper, I will do that for him and for you now. And I need you out of my life. And it's as simple as that. But keep trolling because I know I take up real estate in your head. You love me. It's as simple as that. Oh, you love me. Don't forget, jump onto there. And also, if you haven't done this yet, subscribe to the channel. People are finding this channel now slowly. Just hit the join button. And if you want to become a great member here, $3 a month, that's all it is. Or $8 or $72. Hit that join button and you become a wonderful member on here. But there's only one reason that you're here. And the only reason that you're here is because you want to know. And let's see if it's your OCD. Who was first? It looks centered to me. Fergspan, Deniliquin. That's a great spot. I've been to Deniliquin in New South Wales. We'll be hitting that place tomorrow. Fergspan, you're picking all the places in New South Wales. It's time you broadened your horizons and you go somewhere where we haven't been before, that these good people and not so good people can be able to see other parts of the world if you are first. Pick somewhere obscure. We'd like to go into obscure places. Deniliquin's a nice little town. It's cute. It's nice. But you must have some sort of association with all the places that you're going. I'm onto you. I know what's happening. Well, we might as well get into the rant because that's why we're here. We've seen everything happening here. And let's get into the rant and see what's going on in the big wide world of politics and news. Not welcome, Dan Andrews. That's our good premier in Victoria. Yet another major event where Dan Andrews has not been in attendance due to concerns for his safety. I wonder why that is. We're going to be covering a lot of the stories in here about the tennis and what's happened in the tennis and who's been turning up and what's been going on. And we've got some video clips that we want to have a look at. So let's have a bit of a read. So Morrison and Dan Andrews should apologise. As you know, in 2022. There was this big push for Novak Djokovic, who's been commonly termed as Novax Djokovic, because he wanted to play in the Australian Open this time last year. But these two people here and the Immigration Department and also our customs had decided that this man here, he is a threat. This person was a threat to our country, so they banned him from playing tennis, even though they allowed him in. And while they were going through his solicitors were going through to court, had still allowed him in. And then good old Novak here just thought, all I want to do here is I just want to play tennis. I'm not a threat to anyone. I'm on a court. You people are 50 to 100 meters away. I just want to play. They kicked him out, and then everything had changed. They allowed him back in, and he, of course, wins the Grand Slam here in Australia. But, of course, we're going to go into what Old Soldier says. Old Soldier says, storm damage in Western Australia, civil unrest is in the Northern Territory, youth crime wave in Queensland, state health systems on the verge of collapse, rampant inflation, power prices skyrocketing, nation fuel emergency. And this is the PM. And you'll remember, for those people who are Australian, you would have remembered Scott Morrison at around Christmas time decided to take his holiday in Hawaii when there were bushfires, and he was slammed for not coming back to Australia to look after the Australian people and to make a statement. Well, that's our PM there. And the statement has been made many, many a times that our PM has spent more time at the Australian Open than what he did in the Northern Territory, in Alice Springs, where there's youth crime and it's horrible what's happening up there. So this man here, this putz here, who's a scumbag here, in fact, I might want to say this to Mr. Anal, to our Prime Minister. You probably remember, if you've been in this channel before, you would remember what that means. And of course, she read it out, and we had to subtext it. So I put that there. Well done. Well done. Sunida. Isn't it interesting now? So this is Zarenka was playing. So Zarenka is Russian, and so it seems like that we're now not even displaying the Russian flag anymore. So we'll display every other flag, but when it comes to the Russian flag, is that the peace flag? Is that what that means? So it seems like to me it's the peace flag. And anyway, this beautiful lady, who's not interested in politics at all, her interest is in playing tennis and winning the Grand Slam here in Australia in the women's grand finals or the women's finals, and she doesn't even get a flag. So what we're going to do is we're going to play her press like after the, isn't it after the show? What they tend to do is that they do a bit of like an after show press conference so they can ask them questions. Listen to this lady, how she responds to a journalist who was asking her some questions about, do you think it's frustrating for people that are coming to the tennis and they are pro-Russian? So she answers this beautifully. Put your headphones on. Let's have a listen to Zarenka and see what she says.
I don't know what you guys want us to do about it. Like, talk about it. I don't know what's the goal here. That is continuously brought up, and these incidents that, in my opinion, have nothing to do with players, but somehow you keep dragging players into it. So what's the goal here? I think you should ask yourself that question, not me.
Just to clarify on that though, does it frustrate you that particularly last night, for example, there was a clear sort of pro-Russian demonstration happening within the grounds of the tournament, that these people are coming and using the Australian Open as a platform for these kind of demonstrations? Does that frustrate you?
Whatever the answer I'm going to give it to you right now, it's going to be turned whichever way you want to turn it to. So does it bother me? What bothers me is there's real things that's going on in the world. And I don't know, are you a politician?
Good question.
Are you? Are you covering politics?
No, I'm a sports journalist.
Yes, and I'm an athlete, and
Well
you're
said.
asking me about things that maybe somebody says are in my control, but I don't believe that. So I don't know what you want me to answer. And if it's a provocative question, then you can spin the story however you want.
I think that's it's a wonderful way to be able to describe and to also to respond to a reporter is that we hear it with politicians all the time. Politicians will stick to the narrative. They won't go off track. If a reporter asks a question about something that you're not interested in, the politics has nothing to do with this young lady here who just wants to go there and play tennis and hit balls all day, as somebody has said. And she said this extremely articulate. And I love the way that she also, when the reporter was saying, do you find it's frustrating? And you could see that there was a frustration in her head. And another response would have been, you're frustrating me. In fact, if I had been there, I would have just gone,
去你的!
I would have just said that. That's all. That's it. Well said, Zarenka. But anyway, there's the winner of the men's Australian tennis. Here he is, the champion himself. I think he's won 10 of the Australian Opens here in this wonderful part of the world here. And what a great man he is. And none people too happy. Here's actually the look that Bill Gates had given. So Bill Gates, there's a man of fitness, isn't it? There's a man of health. Have a look at the health status of this person. He's like a couple of years older than what I am. The person is just a scumbag. He's a putz. And there's Djokovic winning, and there's the look. Wouldn't it be wonderful if he had said something like, hey, I won this tournament and I'm unvaccinated. How cool would that be? I wonder how easily he would have won the tennis had he been vaccinated. I think he would have 6-love. He would have been amazing, truly amazing. TV ratings exposed Channel 9's worst nightmare. It's not that they're not tuning in to watch Novak, it's that they're not tuning in to the commentary. There is so much commentary nowadays. We just want to watch the tennis. Like I am when I'm at the beach. People said, shut up, G-Man, just show the dogs. And you're right. It should be exactly like that. But I didn't pay $500 million to have you watch. The Australian Open has been living a nightmare for Channel 9 with damning figures highlighting just how bleak things truly are. Nine splashed $500 million to extend their Australian Open deal until 2030. But viewership has fallen off a cliff in 2023. And why would we watch? If we don't allow the big players to come and we ban them from the tennis and it becomes very political, all we want to do is watch the tennis. We don't want the politics in there. By the way, I'm not a viewer of the tennis. I used to be a tennis player. I can't stand the game anymore. I can't stand the politics that's behind it. And so, of course, they deserve every penny that they lose. But I will be tuning in tonight for Married at First Sight. Opinion. The police who killed Tyree Nichols were black, but they might still have been driven by racism.
Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know.
I'll just leave that there. Lotto winner blew through $68 million. He didn't blow through it. I punched into this story here. I think I've got a story on this one. Let me just have a quick look. No, that's a good story. Lotto winner blew through $68 million. I thought, how do you blow through? So it was like $176,000 a week he was spending. And so when I went into it, I thought $176,000 a week. How can you possibly spend that? But what it ends up being is that he was very generous. He gave away millions to his friends, his family, and he also bought an investment portfolio before he passed away. And so these are the sort of stories that when we get news.com that throws up a clickbait story that says, oh, wow, I wonder what he must have done. Like, did he buy himself a block of land and then sort of use it as a a pig trough. I don't know. And if he wants to blow $68 million before he dies, he did the right thing. I tell you what, when I leave with my $648 from you good deplorables and degenerates, when I leave this earth, my $648.43 will be blown just like that. And I'll leave all you a part of the share, is what I will do, because I'm like that. News target. Africa is only 6% vaccinated and COVID has practically disappeared. Scientists baffled. Nothing to see here, people. Man spent over $30,000 to look like David Beckham. You know, when I look at that photo there, I just think the resemblance is uncanny. I don't even know which one is David Beckham. I'm trying to think. I'm guessing. I just want to make a guess here. I'm guessing that the guy on the left is the real David Beckham, only because he's standing in front of, I think, a H&M poster. So, and it could have been for a photo shoot. But the one on the right-hand side, I'm telling you, that is so uncanny. I can't even tell. The ears are the same. The mouth's the same. The thickness of the face is the same. The hair is the... It's just amazing. Anyway, I'm baffled. Plastic straws banned from next week, but no fines issued for plastic bags. So there's a wonderful thing happening here in Australia, and I think around the world. We've seen that little photo of the turtle with the nose up its with the straw up its nose. We've seen that, and we've all were horrified by it. And we go, "Oh yeah, got to clean the oceans." But everything you buy, even when I bought corn the other week, corn has a natural wrapping. An apple has its natural wrapping. An orange has its natural wrapping. And yet what do the big conglomerates do? The Coles, the Woolies, the Costco's, they will wrap everything in plastic. And yet if you're selling a plastic straw, major fines. But nothing to see here with all the major hospitality units where they're selling plastics. Everything is plastic. Even the little rat test that you're getting is plastic. Everything is made of plastic. I can look around this room here. There would be 95%. In fact, I think 95% of the whole population, things that are made from plastics. So when I see this, I just go, that's virtue signaling at its highest. Seriously, have you ever tried to drink out of a cardboard straw? Have you done that? Or then they sell those steel straws. Have you tried to drink out of one? Give me plastic any day. Seriously? I had to watch it, and now so do you people. I'm sorry about this, but we're going to have to watch it. Fake hair, fake teeth, fake face, all that surgery and all that money and all that effort to still look like a bloke that he is. If you don't know who this person is, Dylan Mulvaney, folks, you might want to go and just stick your finger down your throat for the next minute and a half. But you are going to see something that's terribly offensive, and I do apologise in advance, but this is, if I had to watch it, people, will so do you now. So put your headphones on. Fast forward it.
That's a wrap on face reveal.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh, hi! I missed you. You know I have a flair for the dramatics.
There's a woman.
It's so good, right?
There you go.
I'm so happy, and it's still me. It's just a little bit softer of a version.
Really?
And I just hope that all trans and non-binary people can get the gender-affirming resources that they need, because this is life-changing and sometimes life-saving. So thank you so much for supporting me, and we've got so much to catch up on. I love ya.
Well, we don't love you, mate. And I'll tell you what, and I think Theresa Weddle put it right. Mulvaney is mocking women. And I think if there are women out there that is really, if you're supporting this, you have a mental illness. If you support this, you have a mental illness to think that children should be allowed to gender reaffirm at an age. And when I say the word children, I don't even need to give him an age. You know what I'm talking about. You know, when you're that age, he's 25 years of age, and he's gonna spiral out of control. It's gonna be another one of those mental deficiencies that will happen to this poor young man who's been delusioned by the amount of likes and clicks that he gets. And then what will happen in 5, 10, 15 years when he becomes 60? You know, what's going to happen when he becomes 60? And I think that's the issue. And look, do we care? Do you and I care? No, we don't. But I think when this is out in TikTok and he's got a massive following and gets invited to the White House, you kind of like think we got things wrong here, where we should be looking at things like what's happening in the Northern Territory, what's happening in your own states, and what's happening around the world. But this is what we praise. Another big virtue signal here. It's at least, Daffodil says this, at least he can't reproduce anymore. I think he might be able to. I think he's still got his tackle box there. Fox News Senior Vice President of News and Politics, Alan Komissaroff, died on Friday after suffering a heart attack at his home nearly 2 weeks ago. He was 47 years of age. That's sad. Players in tears as horror injury stops A-League match for half an hour. See, when I see this, like, and I watched not the episode, but I watched the tackle that had happened. I have the tackle for you. And this is classic of soccer players. All right, you've seen them. They touch them on the ear and they fall over. They slap them on the back and go, well done, and they fall over. And so, of course, now they get the towels and wrap it around. It's an ankle injury. Okay, he kicked him, and he apparently he hurt his little tootsies. God, like seriously, people, what's going on here? The G-Man falls off his bike, smashes his bike, and he still wants to, keeps the bike intact, smashes his arm, smashes his foot, still wants to ride around, and Spook says, probably best off that you go home. No, I want to ride around Australia with you. No, you go home. It's a better thing to do. Did he put a white towel around me? Oh, there's so many snowflakes around here. Take a look at this. There it is, no sound. You're going to watch it in a second. Here it comes. All right, here it comes. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Oh, look, I love it how he falls, and then he does the fish dive. Whoop, fish dive. That's it. Injury, horror, shock and horror. Hey, you get the news here. Fact check that. This is exactly what had happened. I know the footage looks a little bit grainy, but that's exactly what happened. I can show you more of these, what happened to this poor young snowflake here. Poor little snowflake. So obvious, rumour driving town crazy. So we're going to have a look at what's going on in the Northern Territory, Alice Springs. Alice Springs used to be a real hive. It used to be a great mecca for tourists. If you ever went there, it was like a stop-off point to be able to drive down. It's a fair drive to go to Uluru or Ayers Rock. It's a fair drive to go out to the Kimberleys, which is way up, but it's a stop-off point. And tourists used to flock there in droves to see what's going on. So you heard last week that there were being calls that Anthony Albanese has been more times overseas than what he has visiting his own country. Now, Anthony Albanese, anal, who you well know is our Prime Minister, had spent more time at the tennis than what he did when he was pressured to go to Alice Springs. So let's have a look at this story here because it's quite interesting. The Prime Minister, accompanied by Northern Territory Chief Minister Natasha Files, made an emergency trip, because he was pressured to the troubled outback community earlier this week, where they announced a range of new measures to address an out-of-control youth crime wave and surge in alcohol-fuel violence. Strangely enough, the gangs of youth usually roaming the streets were nowhere to be seen during the PM's visit on Tuesday. And the one thing that's on everyone's lips is the buses. Where are the buses, and what are the buses doing here? Before Albo's visit, the rumour goes 5 buses arrived to quietly shuttle the worst of the troublemakers out of town for the day. 5 large buses in town today, wrote the Action for Alice Facebook page. They have taken the kids away before our guests arrive. Another stolen generation.
Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know.
Silvana Placentino 66, who runs the popular lolly shop Mima's on Gregory Terrace, said it was obvious something was going on when the alley behind her was cleaned of its usual feces, urine, and toilet paper. Nothing to see here, people. Just let that go. Let's go over to the States. Police. 29-year-old posed as teen to enroll in high school. Is there anything wrong with that? Why can't they? If you're 29 years of age and you want to enroll in high school because you didn't finish here in Australia, don't want to know what it is overseas, but here in Australia it's the HSC, your higher school certificate, before you then move on to something else. And you may have been in prison. I don't know. You may have been working. You may have had to care after your mother or your father. I'm not too sure. But a 29-year-old posing as a teen might be a little bit different to enroll in high school. I wonder what he might have been up to. Don't know. This is great. Austria. Austria has the prize. Remember we had Fritzl? Rudy, remember Fritzl in Austria? Well, now what's going on? I think they should do a search in every Austrian basement. 6 British children under 5 found living in wine cellar in Austria. Can't be all that bad. It's a wine cellar. Were they drunk? Stop making fun of this, G-Man. Deputy Local Mayor Erich Greil said after the discovery, the man once told him he had 10 children and that he wanted a cellar for each child. They're not well over there. The man is said to have been a Reichsbürger, a group of right-wing extremists, of course he is, who believe the German Empire still exists as it did prior to World War II, and the current German state is nothing more than an administrative construct. I think he could be right there, actually. It's like any German state or any state. They're all administrative constructs. He's a right-wing extremist. Of course they are. They always are. It is believed the family, comprised of the 6 children aged 7 months to 5 years old, had been living in the cellar, which had been sold to an English company for several months. There had been complaints from concerned local residents who heard children's voices within the last few weeks, causing social services to get involved. So people are hearing children screaming, and it's like nothing to see here, people. Just nobody will know. Like, seriously, there's nothing to go on here. So, of course, these poor kids are down there. And, of course, the locals around there are going, something's going on in Fritzl's place over there, or Irish's place. What's going on? Oh, it's nothing. Irish, you know what he's like. He gets drunk, and he plays down in the cellar, and he sounds like a little girl. A statement from police stated that the man attacked 2 social workers with pepper spray on Thursday at around 3 p.m. The man is said to have then barricaded himself in the building. Police were called and the man was later arrested. And there you have it, people. There you have the police in Austria doing their job. Not like the one we're going to see here in Australia. And here we go with the main story, people. It's always good to go with the main story. Moment cop car bogged down at Popular Beach. In my head, I kind of like think, okay, I'm a police officer. I'm in a Camry, I'm in a sedan, it's not a 4-wheel drive or even an all-wheel drive, but I need to chase this 4-wheel person who's probably been speeding, and he gets himself onto the beach and then he drives away. And of course, police officer here thinks, oh, my IQ is really high, I'm in a sedan, I reckon I could go here. And this isn't the first time. Look, you think that this is, it's just, gee, man, he probably thought he was in one of the 4-wheel drives that the police have. This isn't the first time. They do this a lot. They actually do this a lot. So I have footage of the real occasion. So let's just whack on your headphones and let's have a look at the bogged police car in a popular beach in Western Australia. Let's get him out. There we go. Should have left him there, eh? So work it out yourself, people. And then I would have handed him a tow truck fee. I don't know how much. What does a tow truck fee give? Look at that. It's embarrassing, isn't it? Tell me that's embarrassing. Is that not the most embarrassing thing that you're seeing? That a police officer... What I wanted to see, though, we'll have a look at the story. What I wanted to see is I actually wanted to see who the police officers were. I would like to have seen a photo of those officers who then can be named and shamed, and they should be disciplined. But obviously, the standards have dropped that much that the IQ test, obviously in Western Australia, is that you have to get, I think, between 65 and 75 in your IQ test. 2 police officers found themselves in an embarrassing situation when their car got bogged down at a popular beach in Western Australia, and they had to ask tourists for help. The officers were at Warburton Beach in the state's picturesque Esperance region when their Toyota Camry got stuck in the sand. Ladies and gentlemen, that, my friends, the rant is over. Oh. We've had so much fun here. We always have fun here. Jack's Drinker just said, well, Jack, apparently they can't help you because insurance doesn't cover towing. That's probably right. CB Boyd says, those officers will get them straightened out. Cops give each other hell. Yeah, I think you're right, CB Boyd. Yeah, there'll be a nice little ribbing when they get back, and they'll say, they'll go, hey, Mick, Phil, or is it Shaniqua and Jessamaya? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is those 2 people. All right, people, let me just check to see if we got, I've got my producer who is on board, ready and waiting. Let me do this for all you good people, not so good people, and you degenerates. If you would like to join me, and you would like to join me on the stream, you could certainly do that by hitting this button here. There it is there, and I'm going to, it looks like the same message. I'm going to pin that to the top, click onto that magic button. I'll leave my headphones on, so when I hear people, I'll be able to let you on, and then we'll have a chat. And thank you again to Tim Heel, who joined me on Saturday for that wonderful stream. We spoke afterwards backstage, and Tim did agree that his internet was playing up somewhat horribly, but we got through it. And for those people who enjoyed it, thank you so much, and well done. Love to see some new people on here if you'd like to join me, but I think it's time that we get into some of the wonderful little, what do we call them? I don't know. Videos. Let's just check out a couple of these videos, people.
28-year-old Bridget Klein-Simpson has identified as a woman for years, and she wants to get into better shape, so she went to the Bodyworks Gym for Women in Parksville for a membership. Klein-Simpson says she was initially welcomed, but after one workout she was informed she was not allowed at the women's-only gym.
Saying, sorry, we made a mistake, you're not actually allowed to be here, but you're more than welcome to use the co-ed facility. And I kind of just hung up, because I was devastated. I mean, there's really no other word for it.
No other word for it. I'm a bloke, and they wouldn't let me in a woman's gym. I don't know what was wrong with that. I'm going to sue that state. That's what's going to happen, mate. Really angry. And this is where it leads, people. This is one of 2 things. You either get the wood chipper out for this person here, or if you agree with this person here, you need the wood chipper yourself. So check this out.
Taxon, the boundary is not arbitrary, meaning it's out there in nature and it's up to sort of, in air quotes, find it. So with pedophilia, there are 3 main options, or possibilities, I should say, for latent structure. It's a dimension, which means, I'll say this very controversially, that means everybody in the room has some amount of sexual interest in children.
Actually, no. Not some people or few people have.
That's what a latent dimension means. Some of us will have very little, most of us will have very little, then some people will have quite a bit of sexual attraction to children.
None would be the answer there.
There
you
are
freak.
2 main possibilities for a taxonic latent structure. One is dichotomous. So there are 2 taxa. People are pedophiles or they are not pedophiles, and that's it. There's no variation. And then there's a third option, a trichotomous taxonic latent structure, where there are actually 3 taxa. And I'm kind of burying the lead that, well, what are these 3 taxa if that's the case? But that's the idea that there are 3 categories of people in terms of their sexual interest in children.
No, Spin, I think you said it absolutely right. He has just admitted that he has some attraction to children. This has got to make you sick, people. I don't understand. And this guy is trying to come off like an intellect. This is what universities are doing to people. You got to write your thesis on something. So he decides to write his thesis on that everyone starts off as an equal, and then as you grow up, we all have some of us, he said this, all of us have a sexual attraction to children. Not at all. That's zero. We have love for the children that we know, our cousins, our nieces, our nephews, our own children. We have love for them. We don't have a sexual attraction, you sicko. You absolute sick wood chipper person. If anyone is on here and you agree with this sort of stuff, you deserve the wood chipper yourself. Why does it make me angry? I think that's the sort of stuff that makes me angry. Yes, and you're right. I don't know who PC was. PC, new one, looks like came on. Welcome, PC. Puts on that this should have been as part of the rant. It probably should have been. Let's take a bit of a break. My car got scratched yesterday, and this woman... I drove my car into a driving bay in parking while I was at the dog beach, and this woman came up and she said I scratched her car. Anyway, let's have a look at this.
I'm just taking some pictures of this scratch.
Okay, but we've not scratched it.
Look how close you are to my car. You must have scratched it.
What do you mean, look how close?
Look, it's ridiculous. You're so
okay,
close.
Look,
My car.
Look, I'm in the bay, yeah? You're not in your bay.
I don't care. You have scratched my car.
How have I scratched your car?
You must have done.
The car's not touching.
Yeah, but look how close you are. You must have scratched it as you were driving in. There's no way.
No, hold a minute.
You did, I'm sorry.
There's not a scratch in our car.
You probably scratched
it. If it's scratched yours,
scratched your wheel.
No way. This, honestly, when I parked this car, there was no scratch on it. There's a scratch on it now.
But I'm saying,
I want your insurance details as well, please.
I've
taken a picture of your number plate.
No, but like what I'm saying, if there's a scratch on your car, how come there's not a scratch on my car? And what
you
I'm saying is,
you must have damaged it more. You must have damaged it more.
But we're in the bay. I'm in the bay. You're not in the bay.
Look,
I don't care whether I'm...
You've got that side.
You
just parked over 2 bays, and I'm just parked in the bay.
No, I don't care.
Right.
Somehow this has got a scratch on it.
Right, and she's
saying that we scratched the car, but there's no scratch on our car.
This couldn't scratch his car like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have.
As well. Yeah, there's no white. There's no chance.
You must have done.
No,
you must have done.
You're not even parked in the bay. You're not even parked in the bay.
I don't care whether I'm not parked in the bay. You
would have seen the mark on this car.
Exactly.
My car's not big enough.
Honestly, when I parked.
It's right. She figured out how to do an insurance job. It's not going to work, is it? Teresa's added to Pub Test's comment that says, yeah, Pub Test, she is a little bit crazy. It's a great world that we're living in, isn't it, at the moment? We've got 92 crazy people on here, and we're joining the crazy people. So I think we need a bit of a break from all that sort of crap here. I think we need to go to a lazy dog parade. I love this. When I saw this, I thought, what's this one? This is a crack up. Enjoy this one, people. That'd be me. That'd be my dog. One of the dogs I take from the dog beach. It's like, Jackson, come here. That's my Labrador's name. Jackson, come here. He's going, no, I like it here in the sun. It's great. That's so good. So good. Will I get demonetized because I played that music? You watch, I bet you I get someone demonetize me and says, that's mine. I own that. It's too funny. I need to go. I love this. What are you scared of? Some people are scared of cockroaches. Some people are scared of lizards. Some people are scared of I don't know, dogs, animals. But are you this scared of a rat? This is great.
This legal one.
Is that a bloke? That's a bloke. I had to watch it twice. That's a bloke, isn't it? With the broom? It's a rat. It's not a big deal. Go to New York. There are more rats than people there. Somebody's going to slam me now and go, "Gee, man, how dare you? How dare you say that?" I love this. This is good. Welcome to this is for America. America. I always wanted to know more about America, so somebody had just hit me with this, and I love it.
It's the second thing we wrote. It's the second thing we wrote. out of all the things to write when starting a country, the second thing they wrote down is you better get a gun.
Good miming.
The first thing they wrote down is you can say what you want, and then they were like, oh, but you better get a gun if you want to do that.
I wish we had that too. I wish we had some intelligent people who would write some wonderful things like that. And it could be I don't care if it was the 23rd thing if you had it written. But no, not here in this one. Old man wisdom is always good. I think if you listen to old men like Rudy and like any old person who's got the wisdom that talks to kids, I think this man has nailed it in disciplining children. Check this out.
When my kid came to me and he said, Daddy, the wheel came off my toy car, and he gave it to me. And I said, so it did. I threw it in the garbage. And I went back to my magazine. And then I washed that lower lip part off. Then he started crying. I said, what's the matter? He said, you throw it away. I said, I get your baby toys where the wheels don't come off. He said, well, maybe I can fix it. So I gave it to him again. And he's sitting on the couch, and he gets it together. In just a minute or two, gets it together. Then you pick my, how did you do that? It's wonderful. He says, I'm not that little. And but how did you do it? See the hole in the wheel, yes. See the piece of iron sticking up? I put the hole on and pushed it. I said, that's wonderful. But if you say, here, let Daddy do it, let Mommy do it, you produce a blob. You know what that means? You solve all your kids' problems.
Wise man, hey? Wise man. Yeah, Dad will fix it to you. Dad will make all the answers for you. Mum will help you out with your schoolwork. I can't believe how many school mums there are here in Australia that will help their kids out with the projects so the kids won't fail. And then what do you produce? You produce a blob. Exactly what he said. You get a blob. You get someone that doesn't think for themselves, and they want everyone else to be able to help them out. And so that's why I love old people wisdom. And it'd be a great TV show. I'd love to do a TV show that has young kids talk to old people. We got one here in Australia. Or it's a documentary. It's not a bad documentary, and it's called Retirement Village for the 4-year-olds. And all these 4-year-olds go into this retirement village, and they talk to all these old people, and they try to get them up. So they did their strength test on the elderly. They did their mental acuteness on the elderly. They did their physical tests on the elderly, and then the 4-year-olds came in, played with them for about 6 weeks, and all of the people who were joined in the group, their mental capacity had improved, their strength had improved, their enjoyment for life had improved. So it's called, I think it's called Retirement Village for a 4-year-old. Retirement Village. Yeah, somebody will help me out. Yeah, somebody will help me out. And I love this one here.
I just want everybody to know that I do identify as a the,
good on you, mate.
She,
good,
and an it.
Yep.
I am the shit.
I am the shit. That's it. I am the shit. He's got a good voice, good deep voice, that one. And for all those people, this is great. If you're living in a household and you're a Republican, only in the States though, because it only works in the States, won't happen here in Australia. But if you're living in the States and you're living in a Republican household, your wife is a pure Republican, just loves DeSantis and Trump and all the other great Republicans that you got out there. And your husband is a Republican, and you just love the way that those Republicans act and how they're going to be impeaching Biden soon. If you love that, this is how you tease your kid.
Wrong.
Daddy's going to Democrat.
What?
Daddy's going to be a Democrat.
He what?
He's going to be a Democrat.
Are you serious? Daddy!
That's good. Daddy called me a Democrat. That's how you teach your kids. Come here, kid. What, you're not going to take my iPad off me? No, I wouldn't do anything like that. Well, you're not going to make me go to school. I can't play at school. No, you're not going to do that. What are you going to do? You're a Democrat. Well, that's so funny. Is that worth another look? I think it's worth another look. That kid, look at the kid's face.
Wrong.
Daddy's going to be a Democrat.
What?
Daddy's going to be a Democrat.
He what?
He's going to be a Democrat.
Are you serious? Daddy!
Poor little kid needs to come to the school of G-Man and learn how to take insults. Maybe that's what we can do. We can sit on a bench there and we can all have insults. That's what it is. All right, people, that's enough of the videos that we got. We got 11 minutes left. No one is online. No one wants to talk to me. That's okay. That's good. I'm used to that by now. I'm used to it by now. I know who my friends are. I know who you all are. It's no one in here. No one at all. So let's go over to there. Let's get into, do we do one jobs? Let's go a couple of one jobs. I think we need to go into one jobs. Fire door. Keep shut. Keep fire door open safely. It's hard. These people are hard. Gynecology and obstetrics department. Emergency room. Okay. Okay. You can read it yourself. Hang small children sauce. I want to get that. What restaurant's that? What restaurant is that? What would you like, sir? I would like some spring rolls. And what sauce you like with that? Oh, what have you got? We got hang small children sauce. Get me one of those. Tom McEldroon, who asked to remain anonymous. That's too funny. Those people are idiots. Installation instructions. If you need any help, please visit us on www.com or contact us via support.com. That'll work. People are, oh, how drunk would you have been on that day? What the hell happened there? That's not good, people. Even the ones down the back aren't even straight. They're not good at all. Fargile, right? Keep dry and upward. None of this is right. Up warped. Hang on. Fargile, keep dry and up warped. It's bad. Keep to the right. Oh, everyone's bad here today. Kids drink. Nothing wrong with that. Good old Smirnoff. Must be in Russia. Kids drinks. Let's go a couple more. When you lied on your resume but still got a job. Boom, boom. In case of fire, pull down. Oh, there's a tarantula. There's a redback spider. We're all just going to have to freaking die. It's too true. Two more. I can't see that. My eyes. I can't read that. It's bad. Garage sale. Garage sale. That's good. For all you deplorables, I reckon that's you. It's all you deplorables who can't spell. You're all doing that. Garage sale, and you go, I don't know how to spell that. Just going to put garage sale. Everyone knows what it is. One more. Oh, spicy grandma. Smell of urine mixed with dried whatever. I don't care. Crap eggs with bamboo. Nausea sauce pork. They don't do a good job of translating Chinese into English. They don't do a good job of that at all. One more. Got to go one more. Yeah, because that'll work to keep people safe. Oh, people, that's too funny. Let's get out of the one jobs and let's get into some of the memes. Open box before eating pizza. We're not going to make it, are we? We're not. We're not. I would love a whole segment on these sort of memes where they give us instructions like peanut butter and then they have on the bottom of the jar may contain peanuts. Or detergent, liquid detergent, not meant for human consumption. I'd like you people to send me all those, please. Have a new segment. What's that? 1913? Yeah, 2013. I've got a whole stack of these. These were great. 1980? Yep, 2010. 2009, 2019. Yeah, it's exactly like that, wasn't it? Yep, look at that. That's exactly what it looks like. 1916 to 2016, 1968, oh yeah, 2018. Get inside and stop playing with the soccer ball. Get outside and start playing with the soccer ball. It's exactly like that. Generation gap, son, dad. That's good. That's good. I like that. That's good. 1940, 2019, bit like that. Yeah, we've changed a lot, have we? The good old days. Good old days. We went from that to this. I reckon I would have changed that middle photo down the bottom into maybe Biden crawling up the stairs, getting onto the plane, falling over 3 times. 1950 to 2020. Yes. Look how elegant ladies were back then. Look how elegant and beautiful they are. Okay, and now you got that. Same age group. Last one. Yep, from the fat TV, thin person, to the thin TV to the fat person. Bit like that. You can read all those on your own as we go through. Last one. Being married is just saying, what do you want for dinner? Back and forth until one of you is dead. What do you want for dinner? And I think that's all we've got, people. I've got so much more that we can talk about. There's always stuff that you have. As somebody had mentioned, I think Teresa had mentioned, just noticed my little tiles down here. I thought they might have fit in here, but they were too big. So I'm going to have to buy another little thing that fits there. Anywho, did you all smash the like button? Have you all done that? There we go. Let's do that. There we go. It goes in that little bucket there. Hit that like button, people. Do something. Do something useful with your life. Or not. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I do care, actually. I care a lot. All right, that's all we've got, I think. Quick look at what's on the TV. We haven't seen what's on the TV for a very, very long time. Oh, Sam Smith. Seriously. Seriously. They're not going to praise this person. Is she going, he's horrible. He's such a putz. I can't believe him. And he's going, oh, come on. He seems kind of sweet. You know, he's a really good guy. What do we got here? Paddington Bear? What's happened to Paddington Bear? Is that Paddington Bear? Is that the Queen's Bear? Oh, there's a crack in the tile. Is that what we're doing? Oh, here we go. Who we got here now? Concert Mum. Concert Mum looks like a bit of fun. Concert Mum. That's all we have. Spice Girls. Oh, the Spice Girls are coming back, are they? I'm not too sure. And then she's going to be talking about some other rubbish that's on there. Thanks for joining, everyone, people. I had a lot of fun here today. Thank you so much. I am going to be on here tomorrow at 9 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. It's a beautiful day out there, I can see. I might put a camera outside so you can have a look at this beautiful weather. If you want to join me backstage for 5 minutes, I'm only going to be on there. The 5-minute backstage is just a quick, hey, why don't you jump on? Let's just say hi. We'll let everyone on. I'll say hi to everyone, and then I'll jump off. If you want to join me backstage, please do that. Love to have you on here. But right for now, never ever forget, people.
The things that make you happy?
Don't forget.
Go do those things.
When?
Like right now.
Okay.
What are you waiting for? Go!
Big shout out to my producer yesterday who helped me out with all of the stuff that we did on the beach. It was just amazing. Thank you so much, producer. He's like the Stig. Nobody knows who he is. But I want to thank him. He really did a great job. And so thank you very much, mate. We'll make sure that we have it. Good night, everyone. Good night, No Spin. Where's Gerald?
All hail Rudy.
I'm going to have to change that because I think I'm going off the Crowder thing. So I might come up with a plan over the next couple of days of what we could do to maybe support this channel here. There it is, support the channel. Maybe I'll get one of you good people to say it instead. That's all I want. Maybe you can send me a video of going, all hail Rudy, and then I will put you on. Why don't you do that? Yay, the producer. I totally agree. Yeah, why don't we do that, people? Let's do that. Let's get rid of Gerald there. And how about you send me a quick video, landscape, like that, saying, all hail Rudy, in a good, great voice. Let's do that so we can get rid of Gerald. Good night, everyone. Trish Lover, good night, you lovely bogan. Thank you so much. Teresa, Gerald. Gerald equals 8 points on his Scrabble rail. Does it? Gerald or G-Man? Ooh. 8 points. 8 is a lucky number. How good is that? Cheers, everyone. Josie Barker. Love to have you as a member here. $3 a month. Always plugging. Shawanda, just for you. Where are you? Shawanda. Cheers, Rudy. May you drink well. I'll clip my toenails if you like. That was manicured, by the way. Cheers, everyone. You want to join me backstage? The link is on the top of the screen on your chat. Join me. G-Man. Oh, I get it. I don't understand. All right, who's going to be last here? Might leave it to this one here. Karen Walsh. Hello, Karen. Thank you for becoming a member. We love ya, G-Man. Full stop. Done. I'm glad you're done. Well, I'm glad you're done because you've liked the channel. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone. See you tomorrow, 9 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. Bye, everyone. See you backstage.